I know that these humans are the real animals. I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow their house down.
I'm gonna let these videos do the talking. Please drop a comment. I'm probably gonna share this to members. You know the funny thing about this, members, you would think that they'd be agreeing, right? But they are so pressed trying to control the narrative here. They're making dumb decisions. And then they say we review, under review. These idiots are so goddamn lost. Excuse my language, but you can't make this up. I'm enjoying it. And they've been trained and they've conceded into the belief of what's been stated. Well, they are so wrong. But anyway, check this out. This is, it explains a lot.
Army officers are sent to study the Torah and the Talmud. You have rabbis teaching these lectures, and I'm just going to give you some quotes directly from the Hebrew so you can evaluate what kind of messages are being put forth and passed on. So here's Rabbi Eliezer Kashtiel, and this is what he has to say to his students. Due to the abolition of legal slavery, there are now deficiencies since no one is responsible for the property, right? Humans' property. With the help of God, it will return. Slavery will return. So who are going to be these slaves? The non-Jews will want to be our slaves, he says. Being the slave of a Jew is the best. They must be slaves. They want to be slaves. So we move on. Here's another rabbi, Giora Redler, and what he teaches about the Holocaust, he says, the Holocaust wasn't really about killing the Jews. That's not the Holocaust. All those excuses that it was ideological or systematic, that's nonsense. Because it was out of ideology, in a way, it was more moral than if it was just people just murdering. Humanism, the whole secular culture of believing in man, that is the Holocaust. Jewish people living anywhere in the world other than the state of Israel, that's a disease. And the cure for this disease is to genocide said Jews. So we'll hear from another rabbi at that academy, Yosef Kellner. And he has a lecture on another topic. He says, to not follow the Torah and commandments is lack of morality and national treason. So if you're a Jewish person and you don't follow all the minutiae of rules and regulations written in the Talmud, then you are a traitor to the Jewish people. In fact, it's called genociding a people, he says. That's genocide, to be a secular Jew. You are not a national criminal, you are an international criminal. It's called crime against humanity. So now, can a nation protect itself from the traitors within? According to most, traitors are sentenced to a bullet in the head. Everywhere. For those who betray them, every sanction is legitimate, up to a bullet in the head. So, slavery, thumbs up, we need to bring it back. The Holocaust, Hitler was 100% correct, the most moral person possible. And if you're a secular Jew, you are sentenced to death, you deserve to die. If our education minister, he gives a prize to who? Who does he give a prize to? This man, Yitzhak Ginsburg. Now, if you're going to remember one name, maybe just this one, because this is probably the most racist rabbi in the country. He published a book called The King's Torah, or Torat HaMelech. And this book, it's like a theological treatise. It asks the question, under what circumstances may a Jew kill a non-Jew? He comes to the conclusion that pretty much under any circumstance, he writes there is justification for killing babies if it is clear that they will grow up to harm us. This is the man who receives a prize from Israel's education minister, essentially, publishing a Gentile murdering manual. Oh, so what, they didn't report this in the Basler Zeitung? So this is an...
It was a slave-owning, genocidal country. When I look at my own country, the United States, it is a semi-democratic, white-dominated, hierarchical, racist society that aims to preserve privilege by the elites. That's how it was formed in 1787. It was a slave-owning, genocidal country, killing Native Americans for a white culture. But amazingly, it still looks that way, although we're much more diverse now than we were. The most violent country in the world in the 19th century, by far, was perhaps the most democratic or second most democratic, and that was Britain. You can be democratic at home and ruthlessly imperial abroad. The most violent country in the world since 1950 has been the United States. It's been by far involved
Jeffrey,
in more,
stop
wait,
now.
in more
Let's,
wars.
Jeffrey, Jeffrey, I'm your moderator, and it's enough.
Okay, I'm done.
You can leave it in the comment section, please. I'm not here to push facts or whatever about this. Is just something that open information most people aren't aware of.